If there is one person fully determined to see that President William Samoei Ruto becomes a one-term president, is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. It's even indicated that he can sacrifice not to run for any position come 2027 just to ensure that President Ruto doesn't get re-elected. Just listen to this message that Rigathi Gachagua had to say when he was in Machakos.
Pale kwa mlima Kenya tumefukuza Kasongo, amekwenda kabisa. Hapa kwenu mmemfukuza Kasongo. Aende asiende? Kasongo aende asiende? Atembee asitembee? Wangapi wanasema Kasongo aende? Kasongo aende. Sasa huyu Kasongo tunataka akuwe one term. Sema one term. Nikisema harambee munasema na sauti ya juu one term. Harambee. 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 Nikisema Kasongo munasema one term. Kasongo. Kasongo. Huyu mtu alikuja pale kwetu na Biblia akatudanganya. Si mnajua alitudanganya? Nyinyi mlikuwa mnamuelewa. Sisi kama tungesikiza nyinyi hatungepotea. Lakini sasa tumemjua. Tunamuonea 18. Tunataka tushikane na nyinyi. Na huyu Kalonzo mimi nafanya kazi na yeye kama chanda na pete. Mnataka tushikane na huyu kiongozi? Na mimi nataka kuhakikishia nyinyi. Tumeona magazeti wanajaribu kuweka propaganda ati sisi tunaweza kosana. Sisi hapana wajinga. Sisi hatutaki kusema kitu saa hii. Kazi yetu ni kuunganisha kura zetu. Mwaka ujao huko mwisho tutaketi chini tusikizane, tukubaliane ni nani atapeperusha bendera ya kufukuza Kasongo. Mngetaka namna hiyo? Wangapi wanasema tukae pamoja, tukae pamoja, tukae pamoja? Kwa hivyo nyinyi, jezi mpo? Jezi mpo? Nyinyi ndio dawa ya Kasongo. Jenzi mko? Jenzi mko? Jenzi nyinyi ndio mtaokoa Kenya. Na tunataka muandikishe vitambulisho. Alafu mchukue kura. Alafu mtaamuka saa 9. Kasongo aende wapi? Aende wapi? Kasongo aende asiende? Atembee asitembee? Haya, tukisema Kasongo one time. Kasongo. Kasongo. Tumekubaliana watu ya Machakos. Alafu mtamshikilia huyu mama wetu. Mama wa nguvu. Mtamshikilia na seneta wetu. Alafu huyu kiongozi Kalonzo Musyoka mumuombe na mumshikilie nyumbani. Mumpatie nafasi asunguke Kenya. Hapa nyumbani mumshikilie. Mtamshikilia? Mtamshikilia? Kwa hivyo hata msipoona yeye nyumbani, mjue ako kazini ya kuzunguka Kenya. Kwa hivyo nataka mpatie ruhusa hapa nyumbani, mumshikilie atembee na sisi Kenya. Wangapi wanapatia Kalonzo Musyoka ruhusa atembee Kenya? Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Now ladies and gentlemen, in this video let's look into what strategies is Rigathi Gachagua putting in place to ensure that his plan of making Ruto a one-term president works out. And without further ado, let's get into it very fast. Number one, Rigathi Gachagua is ensuring that wale watu wa pay slip holders, there are about 3 million pay slip holders in the Republic of Kenya, is ensuring that is reminding them day in, day out of how the government has raided their taxes. And trust me, our to 70% of them will not vote for the government if they feel that what Rigathi Gachagua is saying is true. If they feel that they have taxes unnecessary on their payslips, and Rigathi Gachagua is promising to come up with a different government that will look into the interests of their payslips, then Rigathi Gachagua is going to win on the payslip holders. And Rigathi Gachagua is in his campaigns and rallies reminding them each and every day about how taxes have been included in their payslips, including the housing levy, which Rigathi said when they take over government, he will do away with. That's the first strategy. Number two, recently, if you have observed the Rigathi Gachagua's rallies, he has started rallying the Gen Z vote. If you have heard what he said in Machakos, he was asking or telling the Gen Z that they are the people who have 16 million votes in the register of voters, and they are the people in 2027 who can bring the change that Kenya wants. So by addressing Gen Zs, Rigathi Gachagua is also trying to tilt the Gen Z vote towards his favor and the coalition that they are going to make. That's the second thing that Rigathi Gachagua is doing, trying to get the Gen Z vote. Number three thing that Rigathi Gachagua is doing is ensuring that in come 2027, they are not going to get divided. Actually, in Machakos, he told the people of Machakos that there are people who are spreading rumors that him and Kalonzo will differ at some point and they will go different paths. And he assured the people of Machakos that that cannot be the case. Come 2027, they are going to unite. And he even said that they are bringing Natembe on board, they are bringing Matiang'i on board, the Eugene Wamalwa is on board, and they are going to bring all these people on the table during negotiations. And he even revealed that this one is going to happen 2026, towards the end of 2026, where they will discuss and have a person who will be the presidential candidate running mate, and how they will divide or they will share the power in that coalition. And for him, he said that he is the man who is in the kitchen trying to calculate or to arrange things, which means that for him, he is not even ready to fight for those positions. As long as that the people, that coalition is united, and as long as that they put their vote in one basket. Another thing that Rigathi Gachagua is also doing, which is our number 4 thing, is that Rigathi Gachagua is or has already come up with a formula. Remember that winning an election in Kenya is all about strategy. And he has been speaking this, that they already have a winning formula, a winning strategy that will work for them in 2027. We'll be seeing. I can't talk about that in details because Rigathi Gachagua himself said that that one is something they're keeping for themselves. A winning strategy that will ensure that in any circumstances, in any case, they are going to get the maximum number of votes come 2027. Another thing that Rigathi Gachagua is doing, remember that the Mount Kenya region where Rigathi Gachagua comes from has 30% of the votes of the Republic of Kenya. 30% of voters in Kenya come from the larger Mount Kenya region. Rigathi Gachagua is ensuring that that region remains intact. He's even come out to say that there are plans to try and divide that voting block. But he has told these people of the Mount Kenya region that he will be highlighting, all pointing out those leaders who will be used to divide out the vote of the larger Mount Kenya region. So that's also another thing that Rigathi Gachagua is also rallying his people to ensure that in 2027, Mount Kenya block of about 5 to 6 million votes goes to one person or presidential candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that Rigathi Gachagua is also doing is that Rigathi Gachagua is knows very well that in 2027, President Ruto fully depends on Raila Amolo Odinga, and if without Raila Odinga, President Ruto will not be able to even become number 2, or will not feature in the position 1 or position 2 in that election. So Rigathi Gachagua has taken the role of Raila Odinga, which is the opposition. You can see that whenever Rally is going, he's addressing issues, talking about SHA. He's the one now talking about poor economy. He's the one telling people about reminding them how taxes are high. A position that was initially for Raila Amolo Odinga. And in any government of the day, when you take that role of opposition, you gain day in, out. President Ruto became president because he was in government, but took the role of the opposition when Raila Odinga and entered an handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta. Rigathi Gachagua is also doing exactly the same thing. He is now the opposition leader from the wider perspective. Anything he speaks, and now he comes with even more strength because he was in government, and anything he speaks, people trust him to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing that Rigathi Gachagua is doing is that if you've been seeing that the revelations that Rigathi has been talking about, things that are happening in government, Rigathi Gachagua is revealing bit by bit. He didn't come out one interview or one address and give everything about government. Day in, day out, Rigathi Gachagua in any interview, he'll be revealing a thing that is very serious. The other day he was saying that he recorded the conversation about the 10 billion that the President Ruto is saying that he had asked. And he said that for him, he has recorded evidence. So, with the time, Rigathi Gachagua will be revealing things slowly by slowly. And I know for him, he has arranged them from the lowest to the highest. By 2027, he will have revealed a lot of things that are behind the curtains in government, which he was a member when he was the deputy president, and some of these things he speaks, he has a lot of information about. So that's also another strategy, is ensuring to ensure that people don't trust the president, and by so doing, he's tilting the curve towards his side. Other ladies and gentlemen, you can tell me what you think about the strategy that Rigathi Gachagua is employing to ensure that President William Samoei Ruto becomes a one-term president. Do you think that Rigathi Gachagua will succeed in his endeavors to make Ruto a one-term president, or Ruto will still stand out as a smart politician? Remember, President Ruto is a smart politician and he has always demonstrated it. Will he outsmart the group of Rigathi Gachagua? You can hear from the comment section. Have this a good day and stay safe whenever you are.